got your radio crew. Nikki in the afternoon. Nikki Thomas doing it for you.
Absolutely doing it for you, KBLX Nation. Nikki Thomas, your afternoon honey bun. It's you and me on the radio 3 to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday. And here we are together live on the KBLX Facebook fan page, KBLX Nation. I see we have some eyes in the building. Darnarrell is here. John Deans is here. Welcome. Welcome. And before we even get started, big favor, KBLX Nation. Hey, Kimberly Wingfield. I see you, honey. Go ahead and share this video. This is another one of those instances where I have some information that somebody in your friends list wants or needs, whether or not they're talking to you about it. This is something that somebody wants or needs in your friend list today. So today is our very special series. It is called Elevate, which is a wonderful word, continuing education series brought to you by Northern Alameda Adult Education Collective. Keisha Ford, Ron Harris, Kimberly Wingfield. This is why I love the KBLX Nation. You know what I'm saying? I just received the love. Y'all come through giving me all this great energy. So again, share the video, share the video, share the video while I introduce all of our special guests for today. Happy Tuesday, Juanita. Juanita has her own song here live on the KBLX Facebook fan page. Juanita. We got to do a condensed today, Juanita, but welcome. Welcome, sis. Awesome to see you. Okay, so we have some very special guests today. I'm going to introduce them all. It's a bunch of folks. And I want y'all to show them a bunch of love, KBLX Nation. So she is an adult school program specialist from Berkeley Adult School. Mildred Scher is here.
Hi, Nikki. Thank you.
How you doing? You look amazing, sis.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having us here. And thank you to KBLX Nation for thinking of us and involving us in this Elevate, a continuing education series. Thank you.
Right. It's a situation out here with COVID, so we've got work to do.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's an amazing thing that we're coming together. And that's Mildred, like Scher, her last name. That is so fly. So fly. Next up, he's a project manager and a transitions liaison for Berkeley City College Adult Education, Mithun M. Joseph. How are you?
Hi, Nikki. How are you?
I'm doing great. You got the lean. I like the way you got that lean right there. It's like you look like the cover of Thriller. Michael Jackson's the way he's leaning. He's got the little hyper cub on his leg. You got that cool lean swag thing.
The real story is I'm on a really old chair.
You're on a really old, so don't lean too hard. Just, don't lean too hard. But hey, we've got, all kind of great information for you guys, but I'm not done. I said we got a bunch of folks today, right? So she is the academic department coordinator for Berkeley Adult School. Boy, Augustini, how are you?
Hi, great to see you guys.
Great to see you too. You look amazing as well. Everybody looks all fresh and dewy, Everybody's skin looking all good. This is beautiful. All right, so next up, we got 3 more folks. So we're going to fit a whole lot of folks on this screen today, KBLX Nation. Next up, I'm going to take it slow, but I know I can pronounce the last name, and she's looking so cute and fly. She's a business major from a Berkeley Adult School and ESOL program graduate, Leah Gebrez Gabiher. Did I say it correct?
Yes.
I think I got close.
You got it.
I think I did. Well, I'm going to give myself an A for effort, but we're all here together. And again, you look amazing. I love the Power Puffs, girl. Cute. Cute. Awesomeness here. Okay. Next up, it's like I'm introducing like a sports team or something. Everybody gets like a big welcome. She is a counselor at Berkeley Adult School. Betsy Hoyt is here. Hi, Betsy.
Hello. Hi,
How
Nikki.
you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for being here as well. And last but not least, she's a biology major. So we've got some folks who are like in different parts of this continuing education process. She is a biology major, Berkeley Adults High School graduate, Jigme Lamo. There she is. How you doing?
Hi there. I'm doing good. Hi, everyone.
Doing great. This is some great energy we have here today, KBLX Nation. So, the KBLX Nation is showing y'all some love already. Kimberly Winkfield says, "Good evening, everyone. Thank you for talking to us tonight." So, this is needed information. Juanita is high energy. She says, "Welcome," multiple exclamation points, everyone. And she's got some, some hearts and stuff in there. So, that's the kind of love we're getting this evening. Okay. So let's start here. Northern Alameda Adult Education Collective. Can you tell us what that is? We're going to start with you, Mithan.
Yeah, so we're a collective of basically adult schools and community colleges really coming together to take a look at adult students coming back to school
Mhm.
and supporting students with their educational goals. Everything from learning English, um, going back and getting your high school diploma, GED, high set, to go transitioning and going over to a community college to continue your studies and get a certificate or an associate degree. So our consortium is really set up to support students and provide them with connections, support along the way, and really connecting the two institutions together so that it's a streamlined transition for folks that are coming back to school.
I love that because, we off air, we were talking about this. Life happens to us all, and I think we're all in the same boat. Nobody expected the whole COVID situation. It's something unimaginable that's happening to all of us together. However, it is perfect timing for a lot of folks to go ahead and just get back on that path because I think everybody has a picture in their minds of, how they wanted their education to look and maybe something happened and it's time to just, kind of walk back into it. So we heard you say, a bunch of different things. So this evening, KBLX Nation, if you're seeking a diploma, career training to improve your English language skill, any point in your path where you're saying, hey, I really want to finish, I really want to do this, there's something I want to upgrade. Um, this is our conversation this evening. So let's move on to Mildred. Mildred, looking fly, Mildred. Adult School Program Specialist at Berkeley Adult School. Tell us about your particular role. What does that mean?
So what I do is I work with, I have to say that during this time, this chaotic time that we are in, I appreciate being in education.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people it's the medical field, it's the medical field. But I love what I do. I love the people I work with, our staff, the way our staff has truly come together to make sure that we're all working with one another to give our community, to give our students everything that they need.
Mm-hmm.
Our mission at Berkeley Adult School is to provide adult learners with equal access to learn-centered lifelong education. We offer so many different programs at Berkeley Adult School. We have we have ESL, career technical education, older adults, adults with disabilities, EMT, ABE, which is adult basic education. We have bridge to college. I think is it Midland Bridge to college, bridge to adult education, where once the students finish at Berkeley Adult School, then they move on to a career at Berkeley City College.
Mm-hmm.
Our staff has really worked hard to make things easy for our students, because when our students leave, our goal for our Berkeley students is to, especially at this time, to come and retrieve something that they feel that they haven't been able to do.
Mm-hmm.
We all have stories,
Right.
and adult education is really important. So again, my role is, I work with all the different programs. We are offering our students computers, internet, hotspots. We're making it easy. We have one-on-one, we have independent study. And education is not just, high school and ABE, but we also have education for our older adults and adults with disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
We have our traffic school program. We have our custodial program. So we cater to our community.
Yeah.
We find out
Yeah.
what it is that communities and what they want, and we cater to our community.
I love that. That's my favorite part when you said you make it easy, and then you have all the things that you might need, like you said, the Wi-Fi, the hotspots, and
Free,
things like that. Say that again.
free,
Free.
free.
I'm glad you said that word, sis.
Yeah.
So, information sessions like this are about knocking down the excuses, because sometimes as adults, really doing anything as an adult, anything new as an adult, we let the fears and the obstacles be so big when they're really not. There's resources out here that, won't cost anything. It's just you calling or, reaching out and saying, hey, I'm interested. That's really all you need to know. Hey, I want to start. What do I do?
Mhm.
That's always a great question. So Boy Augustini is the academic department coordinator at Berkeley Adult School. Tell us about your role.
Thank you, Nikki. I'm going to jump off of what Mildred said, that we are community based. We partner with our neighbors also to help provide what we think are valuable resources to the neighborhood and the adjoining Bay Area city, East Bay Area cities. So the academic department encompasses adult basic education and adult secondary education. And those two are two departments to give a student a pathway to a high school diploma. Also, we offer GED and HiSET. So a typical Berkeley Adult School student, as we call them, BAS students, to KBLX Nation. When I say BAS, I mean Berkeley Adult School.
Okay.
So a typical BAS student will want to finish high school because something happened in his or her life. It could be an illness, an accident. Maybe they weren't really serious about high school the first time around, but now they're a little bit older, and they realize it's time to get that high school diploma, time to get that GED, time to get that HiSET. It could be, galvanized by a boss saying, hey, if you had that high school diploma, we could give you a little bit bump and raise, bump and pay. Or maybe, hey, you would be eligible for this promotion if you had a high school diploma. Right. Or it could be a child saying to the mother or the father, hey, do you have a high school diploma? And the parent says, no. And so myriad different reasons, people come back to school, and Berkeley Adult School is a safe haven for them. Studies have shown that the predictor for student success, one of the greatest predictors, is parents' education level, especially specifically the mother's education level, because those factor into a child's, basically ability to succeed. If there's a support from the parent in education, that child will want to go further in education. And of course, there are other socioeconomic reasons and all that, but specifically a mother's education really helps a student progress further in life.
That's amazing.
So, before I forget, Nikki, so not just, some people think, Berkeley Adult School, they're adults, they can take care of themselves. We are usually the redheaded stepchild of the educational system because K through 12 always gets a priority, which rightfully so. I worked in the high school for almost 20 years. But if you think about those children, who are they being parented by? Those are the parents who, if they further their education, besides setting an example and modeling what they want their children to go through, they also will just set the standard and give the impetus for their children and the K through 12 students to advance further.
I love that. And I'll throw in here, since we're saying, hey, now could be the perfect time for a lot of folks.
Yes.
Since, hey, the resources are there. So let's talk about, I'm assuming that the virtual opportunity, which is, that's even easier to, say, hey, I'm going to engage virtually. So that is an option right now, right?
Yes, exactly. And, our teachers, as Mildred said, we are extremely proud of our staff because they have risen above and beyond to try to master all these different online platforms in order to better serve our students. And so, familiarity with technology is kind of, touch and go with some people, but they're willing to try, and they're putting their necks out, for our students. And like you said, during this COVID-19 crisis, it's not just 8 o'clock class time now. We can structure it so you can't go to an 8 o'clock class. We can maybe meet at 12, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. So we can accommodate more students via the virtual world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's amazing that this happened and it made us all slow down and reevaluate everything. So it's okay. There's more flexibility. So I know sometimes folks, oh yeah, I do want to finish, I do want to continue, but all the reasons and excuses might be popping up. So that's why we're kind of digging through all these different things to kind of say, hey, nope, that's not the reason. Don't let that stop you, because we've already figured that part out for you.
Definitely. And that wonderful feeling, we made a great graduation video, a virtual graduation video for the spring. And it was just to see those students' faces, it makes you feel like that this is why you do it, that end, goal, and they got to that end goal. It makes everything worth it.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. This is amazing. So KBLX Nation, if you're just joining us, this is what we call Elevate, a continuing education series brought to you by Northern Alameda Adult Education Collective. And that's exactly what it sounds like. It's a lot of folks coming together to make sure that, you can get back on path at whatever part that you stopped at. You can just pick it up where you left off. If you're seeking a diploma, career training to improve your English language skills, and we got whole lists of programs that we're talking about today. So hey, go ahead and share the video. This is wonderful information. COVID has us in certain situations, but this, it's one of those things where it's kind of a blessing in disguise. It's like, okay, I've got a lot of extra time. I can jump back in and jump back into this education that I have in my heart right now. So next up, we have Betsy Hoyt. She's a counselor at the Berkeley Adult School. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say, I imagine we kind of start with you. If we're like, hey, okay, I want to do it. I want to jump in. What do I do? Do we come straight to you?
Right. Well, yes, if you're looking to get your high school diploma or your GED, then yeah, you come straight to the academic department, and I'm the academic counselor. So, so I am pretty much the first person that you meet and hopefully stick with for the whole journey that you're here with us at Berkeley Adult School. So I help the students get enrolled into classes. They take an assessment test first, and then they meet with me. We look over their transcript together. If they can't find their transcript, I help them search for it, through all the past schools that they went to. Mm-hmm. And we piece it all together, and we figure out what they need to get a diploma with us at Berkeley Adult School. And we also kind of look at that and decide, is the high school diploma the best route for them, or maybe the high school equivalency is the best route for them, getting the GED or the HiSET. And so we have discussions about that, because that depends on many things: how many credits you have, how strong your academic skills are, what your goals are, how fast you need it, and all that. So we talk about how long it will take you, and how you're going to get there. And we look at the students' goals and the reason for being in school, and what were some of the obstacles and difficulties before, and try to work through some of those. And so if some of those things come up again, strategizing for how to deal with that so they can stay on track and keep going and stay persistent and keep their progress, because making the small gains kind of helps them stay there in school. And everybody works together. I'm the counselor, like we said, but all the teachers and the staff and the whole school really all gather around like a sort of wraparound services for the students. So it's we have a lot of good student support services here at Berkeley Adult School, and we still do, now that we're virtual, we still continue to have those services for everybody provided, and we all communicate really well together. Mm-hmm. So I just help the student throughout their whole stay here, like I said, and then talking about their goals, what's next for you, because that also helps people stay on track when they kind of look at, that there's something else at the end of the tunnel. And so are they going to go on to college? Are they going to go on to Berkeley City College? What type of program do they want? Do they want a certificate program? Do they want to get an AA? And so we talk about all that. I refer them. We go on trips and tours to colleges. We have presenters come into Berkeley Adult School and present about the various Peralta colleges and other colleges in the area. So yeah, it's a wonderful program. I think these guys have really explained all of the varying programs that we have, and we're still here, and we still love to have our students. And like you said, it has been easier for some students because it's online, because the flexibility is really there. But that's also been difficult for many students because of the technology.
Right.
But so we're trying to help students with that too. We have a lot of help and support with that as well.
Okay.
So they say it takes a village to raise a child. So
Somebody's in demand right now.
So as Lexi was saying, all of us at Berkeley Adult School are in constant communication in order to raise students. I mean, and to help them achieve and elevate them to the best that they can achieve.
I love what you said, Betsy, about like you guys will assist with finding the records and getting the credits together and making it make sense. I feel like that would be one of the biggest fears for folks. It's like, what? I have no clue if any of this stuff is going to, transfer. If I can find it, where do I go? It's been so long ago and so much has changed. I mean, that right there can be a huge block. And I know somebody mentioned the technology a second ago, and technology, the fear is bigger than the thing itself, always. And it's like technology nowadays is basically, hey, you see that button? Click that button right there, and you're in, you're done, you're on your way. So I love that everybody is kind of putting those things out there that you take care of for people. So this is amazing. I'm going to go back to Mithun because you're transition liaison. Transition. And transition, I love that word because it's like you're taking folks from one place to the other. Tell us what the process is like when somebody comes to see you, and they're at like a certain point, and you help them to continue or set the process to continue.
Yeah, I mean, part of it is conversation about what their goals are, what they want to do, and we really start at really looking at different types of careers that exist and the different types of programs that exist to kind of take a look at that, and we go into depth about like, how much could I make if I were to get an associate degree as a medical assistant, or a certificate as a medical assistant, or an associate degree from a community college. What is the step after that? And kind of really walking them through what their pathway looks like as an adult at the community college level. And then we go through everything from their application to their financial aid, and then making sure that they're connected with the counselor at the college level to come up with what their educational plan looks like, or which classes they should take, so that they're not taking random classes or classes that don't count towards a degree at the end, right? So, and then the main thing is really connecting them with resources on campus. So my job really starts at the beginning, but then also continues while you're a student there. Oftentimes when you go to college, it's a very big place and it's hard to know like where you fit in, what are the resources. Hey, I have a really good, like I have a question about my financial aid, like who can I go talk to, right? So my position's there to kind of be a helping resource for adult students at the community college level.
And that transitionary phase, the confusion, the I'm not sure, this is scared, that only lasts a little while.
Yeah.
It only lasts a little while because it seems, just like I said, it's like the fear is bigger than the thing itself. Sometimes we just trip over. So it's like, it was so simple when I got down to it. It was 5 minutes, and we do it to ourselves all the time. So I always just like to, if you're talking to a friend, there's always that reminder that, you know what, this is a super easy thing. Just say yes, and you don't have to have any of the answers. It seems like there's, so much support that you guys offer that is just a matter of reaching out. And it's like, hey, somebody will help you figure out the next step. Somebody will help you figure out, what credits and transfers and things and what records we need. Someone will help you figure that part out.
And then
Um,
also finding a community of other students who are just like you in terms
yeah,
of where they're at, and then really using that as the power and the strength that you need to get through this experience together. So,
hmm so much reassurance in this space right now. So I know if anybody was on the fence or, oh, I don't know, it's like they're moving toward some action here. I see you, Kevin E. Reed. Welcome, welcome. So last but not least, we have two of our students here. They're graduates for the Berkeley Adult School program graduate. Leah is here, and Jigme is here. I want you guys to tell us a bit about what point in your life did you start the journey? And, just tell us a little bit. Jigme, you can go first.
Oh, yes. So I was 19 when I came here. So I wasn't able to enroll at a traditional high school.
Mm,
So the alternate route, the second option is to go to the Berkeley Adult School. So when I go there, I was surprised to see that there are people from different walks of life. Like there are people who are like over 50 and are still very active um, and have a still great interest in learning things.
right.
So yeah, it really motivated me to like further pursue my goals.
Mm,
Um, and also so I heard about the transition program, and I contacted Medan, and then from there I started preparing to transfer. So uh, and I started. So I was in the concurrent enrollment program, like taking like both taking classes at both the institution, the Berkeley Adult School and the Berkeley Community College. I mean Berkeley City College. So I was doing that, and because it was free, because that time I wasn't a state resident, so I have to pay international fees,
wow.
which is high. Um, so yeah, so by enrolling in the concurrent program, like I was able to get free education at Berkeley City College, and I took so I started my first semester in spring 2019.
Mm-hmm.
I took Math 1, which is like a pre-calculus course, and I also was working at the same time. Yeah, so I think overall, Berkeley Adult School really, it really shaped and prepared me to like fit into a larger community, more easily.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. Thank you for sharing your story with us. So, Leah, what about you? Tell us about where your journey all began.
Okay. My journey started on. I started to earn my high school diploma on 2017. After I came here in US after 1 year, so I go back to school after 11 years. So it's
Mm,
not easy. It was very challenging time for me. But when I started at Berkeley Adult School, like the staff is the teachers, they are very supportive. Even it is awesome, like to be there and then to earn my high school diploma. I was there for 1 year, and then I earned my diploma there, and I just transferred to Berkeley. Berkeley City College. I met with Medhun, and I just started my ESOL classes. And as English is not my primary language, it was very hard for me first.
Mm.
But
Mhm.
the Berkeley Adult School was like very helpful for me for my English and even for my math. And so I transferred to Berkeley City College. I started to earn for my associate degree for my business administration. I'm currently student there, and then I'm going to graduate on spring 2021.
Oh,
So
love it.
so excited.
Woo!
And yeah, and then I'm going to continue for my bachelor degree. So yeah, but it's the journey is like that. And then I love still I miss Berkeley Adult School, and I miss the like everything. It's just awesome. Like yeah,
Yeah,
and
great
yeah,
energy. Well, you've got some great energy.
yeah.
I love how you just, you've carved that pathway. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm going to do next. And I love that all of these resources and all these good folks come together. I'm taking notes and everything. Um, even if you feel whatever way about taking the next step, you don't need all the answers right now, because there's motivation right around the corner when you step into a circle of people who care about you, your goals, your education. There's help. There's a whole new community of folks. There's going to be somebody that you can connect with that will keep you accountable. And I know anybody watching this knows what I mean. Accountability partners are everything right now. It's like my
Right.
favorite word. So you will find all these pieces of the puzzle that you need on top of the help and the resources, because all you have to do is take one singular action, and then all of these great things start to manifest themselves. That's another one of my favorite words, manifest. It just starts to manifest almost magically because you've just put yourself in alignment with a great goal. Did anybody else want to throw in any other information that we needed to know? Time flies when you're having this much fun and the information is this good. I know that we want to make sure everybody knows about the website, naaec.org. You can find out more information. There's a whole lot of different schools and organizations. You can go there, and that's a great start because, okay, I don't know, but you go to naaec.org and then you'll say, oh, okay, I know what I want to do now. It'll become clear to you. Anybody else? Any other commentary? Any other information we need to know tonight?
We don't bite, so come see us. We're going to embrace you wholeheartedly. So don't be afraid.
I will say it's one big family. Many of us have worked together for many years. I started there when I was 17 years old, and I am 48 today.
Mm.
And my daughter was exposed to Spanish speaking Spanish at Berkeley Adult. She went off to UC Santa Cruz, and now she's a Spanish major. So this is also a time that if anybody is interested in learning a different language, because we offer French, Portuguese, Spanish, Arabic, Italian, now is the time, and we're doing it virtual, to get that passion.
Mm-hmm. I love it. And when we connected before we went live, I was like, y'all, did y'all rehearse together? Or, it seems, a very family atmosphere where
It is.
a lot of the fears can just automatically ease because you feel safe and taken care of. I think I heard a quote maybe last week. It's like, you can't manifest anything until you feel safe first. So I love that you guys have, the warmth, the family atmosphere, and the resources so that folks can feel safe on their journey. Feeling safe, that's big, that's huge. It's like that comes first before anything else. So, we are, looking forward, KBLX Nation, to hearing, some success stories. Please let us know, if you go to the website and say, you know what, I went and I'm on my path now, thanks to that great forum that you guys did the other day. We absolutely want to hear. Elevate, our continuing education series brought to you by Northern Alameda Adult Education Collective. Thank you so much.
Thank
To all
you.
of our beautiful guests. I'm going to call somebody about something. I need to just be a part of this great energy. So good folks from Berkeley Adult School and Berkeley City College. Thank you so much, Mildred, Boy, Betsy, Mithun, Leah, and Jigme. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Appreciate it.
And thank you, KBLX Nation. Kimberly Wingfield says, thank you for your time, everyone. Very informative session indeed. Very informative. And I think everybody feels very inspired right now. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night, everybody. We look like the Brady Bunch right now. Bye.